what's up, YouTube? It's Nick from Rise Up Sports, and I'm back with another video today, going through my Week 4 predictions. I'm going to tell y'all who I think is going to win each game, and kind of talk to y'all about like what I think the spread, what's going to happen with the spread. If I think a team's going to beat the spread, we'll talk about. All right, so as you can see on your screen now, it's a new website. It's Legal Sports Report. I think this looks a little better than the last one I did. But we're gonna find out who I think is gonna win these games. I don't know my record right now. I gotta still look it up. But I have a feeling I'm like around 500. I'm probably around middle of the pack right now. Not good probably, but we're gonna try to make these a little better here. And I'm now taking the spreads, and so like I'm not gonna, when I take the spreads, I'm gonna say who I think is going to win the game too, because I'm not gonna do my record based on like if I think the spread is right. I'm gonna do it based off of who I think is gonna win the game. So I could take a spread, but also I could say that I think the spread is right, or like I think if, like, for instance, the first game is the Bengals Dolphins, Bengals -3. Well, I could think the Dolphins would cover the spread, but I still think the Bengals are going to win. I think that makes sense. That might not make sense, but if you understand like betting, you would understand what I mean. Like you could cover a spread and still have one team win the game, if that makes sense. Like I'm pretty sure how I was talking to a friend earlier about this, because the spreads confuse me still sometimes. So like in this Dolphins Bengals game, so the Bengals are favored by 3 points. They're -3. So basically that means if you take that bet, you're betting that the Bengals will win by more than 3 points. So I could say the Bengals are going to win, but I think the Dolphins will make it closer than that. So I think the Dolphins will lose still, but I think it'll be a 1 or 2 point game. Like I'm not gonna take that. Like my first bet, I would say Bengals -3. I think the Bengals will win this game. And yes, I do think the Bengals will win this game. I think finally, I think they're going to show that they are better than what they've been this year. And this is a hot take right off the bat. Like I think the Dolphins, after beating Buffalo last week, I think they will just be a little flat coming out of this game. I get the Bengals secondary is not all that great, but I think finally Joe Burrow will show that he can do it, even though the offensive line is not great. I'm kind of talking myself out of it, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with Bengals -3. I think the Bengals will win this game. It is at their stadium, and I think they will win this game. That's what I'm going to say. But I would take the spread, and I think the Bengals will win. Well, obviously, if I take that spread, I'm going to pick the Bengals to win. But anyway, you know what I mean. Vikings and Saints, it is in London on a Sunday morning. Vikings are favored by 2 points. I am going to say that the Vikings will win. I'm going to say the Vikings will win and cover the spread. I think Justin Jefferson will finally get out of his funk. I know Marshawn Lattimore is going to be shadowing him probably the whole game, but I think that Alvin Kamara being injured is not something that's great. I think he'll be back, and I think he'll be better in week 4. But I also think that Jameis Winston, I mean, Michael Thomas is there, but Jarvis Landry got beat up and Michael Thomas got injured too. So who knows who's going to be active? Like it might be Chris Olave catching all the passes in this game. And I think Minnesota just has too many other players there. And even if Dalvin Cook is banged up too, even if it's Alexander Mattison, I still think Alexander Mattison is a great running back, and I think he could be a starter on a team if he got the run that he could get on other teams. So I'm going to take Minnesota. I'm going to take the spread. I'm going to take Minnesota to win. Cleveland, Atlanta. Cleveland is favored by 2.5 points, even though it is in Atlanta. This one's kind of tough for me because I think the Browns are off to a good start this year, but I think the Falcons, after getting a win, I think they're going to be playing really well. I think Cordell Patterson is really good. I think Kyle Pitts is starting to, become that tight end people want him to be. Drake London's playing well. It's hard for me to go against the Falcons here, especially when they're at home. It's just really tough. I'm gonna take Atlanta. I'm gonna take Atlanta to win and cover the spread. I think Atlanta's just gonna win outright though. So I think I'm gonna take that game because they're at home. Washington against Dallas. I think this one, tough because I don't like Dallas' situation in quarterback. I definitely don't. But I also don't like Washington's offensive line. And Dallas's defensive line is way better than Washington's offensive line. And Carson Wentz has been proven he just can't deal with pressure. Like, he's not good against pressure. And so for that reason, I'm going to take Dallas -3. I think they will win and cover this game. Seattle, Detroit. Detroit is favored by 6.5 points. That's a lot of points to give up to Seattle, even though Seattle has Geno Smith at quarterback. It's hard for me. I'm going to take Detroit to win, but I think Seattle will cover the spread. I think they'll make it a closer game than 6.5. I think it'll be 3-4 point game, but I think Detroit will still win this game. Tennessee, Indianapolis. I'm going to move the screen down here. Tennessee and Indy. Indianapolis is favored by 3.5 points. I think Indianapolis will get back on track here, and I think they will win and cover the spread. Chicago, New York. I haven't seen New York play their Monday night game yet. I know y'all have. I'm going to assume that New York won the game Monday night. I'm just going to make that assumption, and I'm going to say New York wins and covers the spread. I don't like Chicago very much, and I think being at MetLife, I think New York and Saquon will win and cover this game. Philadelphia, Jacksonville, -6.5. Philadelphia's on a roll. I think they'll win and cover this one. I mean, I feel like they're just too good. Pittsburgh and New York Jets. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. Pittsburgh favored by 3.5 at home. I'm going to take the Steelers here. I think they'll get back on track. Yes, I'm a homer, even though I don't even live near Pittsburgh. Never have. But they're my favorite team. I'm going to take them. I think they'll win and cover the spread. New York, not a very good team at all. Joe Flacco. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I just don't think he's that good, even though he throws the ball a lot. I think Pittsburgh will finally get another win here and go to 2-2. That's my hope, and I think that will happen. Bills, Ravens. This one's a very interesting game. Buffalo is favored by 3.5. It looks like they are on the road, however, and I think they're in Baltimore. I am still going to take Buffalo -3.5. I think they're going to get back on track, and I'm going to take them to win and cover. Chargers, Texans, -5.5. Chargers will win this game. I think Justin Herbert will be back a little healthier, hopefully. That's my hope. And then Keenan Allen will be back. I'm hoping more of their guys will be back. I think they'll win and cover this one. Arizona, Carolina. I actually like Arizona here. I think Arizona will win. Will win this game outright and definitely cover the spread. I think it's kind of weird why even Carolina will be favored in this game right now. I think Arizona is a much better football team, so I'm going to take them. Patriots and Packers, -11 is the spread, and it's probably because Mac Jones got hurt. Could Cam Newton make a reappearance to New England? Is that possible? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see who plays in this game. I mean, maybe by the time this video comes out, y'all have an idea of who it is. But for right now, I have no idea. It'd be really tough to bet this game because I think New England will definitely lose, but will they lose by more than 11? Like, is it going to be that big of a blowout? I don't really know. I think the Packers will win, but I'm going to take New England because I don't think they'll lose by more than 11. I just don't. If Cam Newton's there, I definitely don't. I think Cam Newton, if he returns somehow, I think it'll be like a 7-point game. I think they'll lose by like 7, but I wouldn't bet this game for sure. Broncos, Raiders. Raiders favored by 1.5. They're at home here. I'm going to take the Broncos, though. I think Russell Wilson is finally starting to get into his rhythm. I think Jerry Jeudy with Cortland Sutton, really good combo there. Javonte Williams hopefully will have a better game against the Raiders. I'm going to take the Broncos here to win and actually cover the spread here. Kansas City, Tampa Bay. Kansas City favored by 2.5 points. Who knows who will be back? It's the Sunday night game. I don't think Chris Godwin will be back in this game. Mike Evans will obviously be back, but the Kansas City corners are looking really good. I'm going to take Kansas City here to win and cover this one. And then the Rams 49ers, fun Monday night game. I'm going to take the Rams, though. I think 49ers, they're good, but I think the Rams are just better, and I'm going to take them to win this game outright, and I think they would definitely cover the spread. So that is my predictions. Hopefully, I am right on at least some of them. I think I'll be right on a lot of these. These ones to me, I think, are not. I mean, obviously, there are games every week that are like, how did this team beat this team? But I have a feeling this one will be right. So hopefully, I'm right. Yeah, if you want to see any other videos, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next Rise Up Sports.